and Walter Jordan back here at IPFW for the girls' SAC Tournament Championship game. Snider set to take on Bishop Dwenger. Snider will be the visiting team. They come into tonight's action at 8-3 overall, 2-3 in the SAC. They've won 6 games in a row. However, earlier in the year, they lost to Bishop Dwenger 57-41. They got to the tournament finals by beating Elmhurst last night 53-30. Then earlier today they knocked off Bishop Lewis 73-41. They're under head coach Lamar Kilmer, one of only 2 coaches at Fort Wayne with a state championship, that just coming a couple of years ago. Bishop Dwenger Saints, a defending tournament champion, under head coach Dave Scudder, had the best record in the SAC, even though they're unrated. They're 10-1, 5-0, and they got to the championship game by defeating Southside Thursday afternoon, 70-40. They beat Northrop, ranked 18th in the state, this morning, 64-59, and now, of course, they're taking on Snider. They have beaten Northrop twice, so maybe if Dwenger can win this game tonight, they'll get some state recognition. Their only loss to 12th-ranked Columbia City at Columbia City, but still getting no recognition in the polls.
We know about that, Alan. It's reminiscent of the Snider basketball team a couple years back that won the state championship. We said all year long they're a better team in the state. Yeah, we'd like to see them. And Snider proved when they went down there they were the best team in the state.
Well, tonight's second game will be Wayne against Harding for the boys' SAC championship. Last year we saw Dwenger play awfully well in this tournament and win it, but then stumble in the sectional. In the boys, it was kind of vice versa. Concordia played very well, and that was just a harbinger of what they were going to go on and make it to the Sweet 16 in the semi-state in South Bend. Even though we thought last year Dwenger might have been the best team in the city, Northrop played well when they needed to right at tournament time, and of course if Dwenger is going to get over that hurdle, they're going to either have to beat the Snider team in all likelihood and that Northrop team in that Northrop sectional. Well, the starting lineups will look like the other guard is Yolanda Naylor, who is the only surviving member of that state championship team a couple of years ago. Yolanda, a 5'8 senior. The forwards, Chris Booker, 5'10 freshman, and Crystal Anderson, 5'9 junior. And the center is Kenyatta Jackson. Kenya is a 6-foot senior, and she was one of the keys last year. If she could stay out of foul trouble, they played well. If not, they were in trouble. And before we give you the Dwenger starting lineups, we're going to get our national anthem here in just a minute. We'll run down their starting lineup and have our officials following our national anthem. Bishop Lewis is the host school for the girls' tournament. Elmhurst, the host for the boys. Starting for the Bishop Dwenger Saints will be Tricia Radke, a 5'3 junior, and Chris McGrade, maybe Miss Basketball in the state of Indiana, no less than an all-stater, definitely. Chris, a 5'3 senior. Shannon Beeler, the center, 6'1 junior, and the forwards Betsy Ludwig, 5'4 senior, and Nicole Bobet, 5'8 junior. Dwenger loves the up-tempo game, a press all over the court. And talking with Lamar Kilmer before the game, and what we knew last year is their problem with their guards. They have an outstanding front line. It's just getting somebody to get the ball up the court, and teams like Dwenger will give Snider problems through the year.
Alan, it's very important for Snider to be able to at least have some say as a tempo of the game, because, you know, McCray She's a great ball handler. She makes everything happen. She reminds you a lot of Michelle Joseph at this stage in her career. We know what Michelle's doing down there for Purdue basketball program. And she has the same type of ability and tools, so she can carry a basketball team a long way. All she needs is a little help.
Our officials for tonight's game, the cough drop officiating team, Jay Smith and Tim Smith. Jay will throw it up. Snider attired in black, trimmed in gold. Dwenger in white, trimmed in dark gold and black. Snider will be going the basket to our right. Basket left will be Bishop Dwenger's in. It'll be Beeler jumping up against Jackson. And the game is underway. 8-minute quarters in high school basketball for both boys and girls. The rules are identical for both boys and girls. There is no difference other than the sex of the players. Dwenger opens in a man-to-man and trying to go back door, down low, up and in for the layup is Crystal Anderson. She was wide open, and Dela Barnett looped it down and up and in, and it's 2-0 Snider, grabbing the early lead. And Snider will open in a zone. Well, it looks like kind of a
1-4, Alan, looks like.
Yep, a 1-4. Not quite a box. A missed shot from the outside, rebounded by Snider. Barnett up court, and there's Anderson beating the defense again. She missed the layup. Tip fight for the rebound, still loose on the floor. Anderson comes down with it, and she's bumped, and there's a foul against Bishop Dwenger.
Alan, there seemed to be like letting Anderson go because she's wide open. She's too open. Either that or somebody's not guarding an area because she's been open the first two possessions for Snider.
Foul one against Chris McGrade. Down low Anderson again. The ball's knocked out of her hands out of bounds. It'll remain Snider ball. They lead 2-0 with 7:15 to go here in the first quarter. The early going of the girls SAC Tournament Championship. I'm Alan Boggs along with Walter Jordan. Anderson inbounds it down low to Jackson. Out to Booker. Booker back to Jackson in the paint. Turnaround 5-footer. Air ball. Rebounded by Anderson. Gets it to Naylor. She fakes. Shuffled her feet. And that's a traveling violation. Well, Snider has had good shots. They just haven't gone in the basket. 2-0 Snider, a minute gone. Dwenger's had one outside shot that didn't fall. Yolanda Naylor has drawn the job of guarding McGrade. Shot by Radke, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Snider. Snider with the 2-0 lead has the basketball. It's a lot to ask of Yolanda Naylor to guard McGrade on one end and try and be the key offensive player on the other. See if she's up to the task. Right side, Anderson goes baseline, feeds down low Jackson. She stops, she's double teamed, and a steal by Radke. She just stepped right in, and good anticipation to make the steal and the turnover. To McGrade. McGrade left to the key, driving, scoop shot, hits the side of the rim, no good. McGrade gets her own rebound and dribbles it out right side to Radke. Radke to McGrade. Hawked by taller Naylor. McGrade at 5'3", Naylor at 5'8". Naylor with the size advantage. McGrade with the speed. Left side jumper up and in by Nicole Beaubay. And we're tied at 2. Full court pressure. 2-2-1 full court press by Dwenger. Looped into the forecourt to Anderson from Barnett. Nice pass by Barnett. Right side to Booker. She stops. She pops off the glass too hard. Jackson loses the rebound. Naylor picks it up. She puts it in up and in too hard. Not up and in, but up too hard. She fires again, and she's fouled either by Radke or Beeler. Good aggressiveness by Snider. They're definitely the aggressor right now. Their shot's just not going down.
Now, we know that Naylor used to being one of the most aggressive players on the court, even when she was a sophomore starting for the state championship team. She's always very, very aggressive, and sometimes she gets a little bit too excited, and that's the problem that Coach Kilmer worries about sometimes.
Tied at 2. Naylor's first free throw is good. The foul went against Trish Radke. That's Trish's first, the team's second. It's 3-2. They did not put the score on the board, but the shot went in. Free throw went in. Didn't they both go in? All right, now they get it up. Late getting it on the scoreboard, but it is 4-2, and Dwenger turned the ball over on the inbounds pass, a little token pressure, and they turned it over. I think they were a little surprised. Down low to Naylor, double team, bump, puts up an off-balance shot, no good, and Radke rebounds it, but falls down with it. She's bumped into her own player, and that'll turn it back over to Snider. 4-2 Panthers lead, 5:34 to go here in the first quarter. Anderson to down low, Naylor wide open, and she lays it up and in. The right now, Snider's getting a lot of easy inside shots against the Dwenger defense.
It's very possible, Alan. Dwenger could be a little bit tired from his afternoon battle with Northrop. Might have took this game for granted. It might take him a while to get going.
Left side, Radke. That happens. You think you win it by beating the favorite. Down low, there's Beeler from a feed off of Beaubay, and Beeler puts it up and in. Nice pass. Makes it 6-4. Snider. Snider with the ball in lead. Barnett dribbles it down the near sideline, loops it down the near sideline to Jackson. She holds high to Naylor. Naylor in the lane. Scoop shot. Goes in, and she got hammered. A circus shot by Yolanda Naylor, went in.
Alan, we know she does one thing real well. That's go to the basket. If you're defending her, you want to give her all the room she wants from out front, but she comes right to the basket like a mule.
Foul against Beeler, her first, team's third, and that'll put Yolanda Naylor on the line looking for her 7th point, and she drills it. Leading scorer in the game, and it's a 9-4 Snider lead. That's her biggest lead so far in this game. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Left side, Radke. Radke to Beaubay. Long bomb by Beaubay is good, and that's a 3-pointer. Nicole Beaubay with 5 points, and she bombed it in from way out. Full court pressure. Yolanda Naylor gets it across the timeline, right through traffic, puts it up, missed the shot, fights for the rebound. Booker picks it up for Snider, and Radke tried to steal it, but the loose ball's picked up by Anderson. To Barnett of Snider. Snider with a 9-7 lead with the basketball, going basket right. We're halfway through the first quarter. Left side, Booker down low to Jackson, over Beeler. Shot is good. Tough shot by Jackson, but she rattled it in. 11-7 Snider. Snider fans sitting across the way. The Dwenger fans right behind us and to our left.
Excuse me, Alan. Dwenger's playing man-to-man on two guards out front. Snider's playing a man-to-man. And the other 3 players are playing zone defense underneath the basket.
Ludwig's jumper is no good. Rebounded by Snider. Snider with a 4-point lead goes into the left corner to Anderson. Anderson back to Barnett. Barnett will quarterback the club. Dwenger in a 2-3. In low, Naylor feeds nicely down low to Jackson. Lays it up and in. Beautiful interior passing by the Panthers, and it's 13-7. Dave Scudder upset and calls timeout. 13-7 Snider, and this is the girls' SAC Tournament Championship on 14 Gold WEZR.
Or carry out or stop by after the game and talk sports. The Venice Restaurant, 2242 Goshen Road in Northwest Fort Wayne. Your #1 station for high school sports, Stereo 1450 WEZR.
Dwenger with the basketball. They trail 13-7, about 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter of the girls' SAC Tourney Championship. Down low, Ludwig, her shot misfired, rebounded by Snider. And Chris McGrade, Walter, hasn't had a shot yet.
She has not looked for a shot out. She's still got to be aggressive. She's not been aggressive now against that defense that Snider's employing. She's got to still look for a shot and make things happen.
It's one of those junk defenses, I guess you'd call it, where they chase the guards man-to-man and play a zone with their big front line. Down low, Booker. Booker back to Anderson. She takes a long angle jumper that's an air ball. Naylor tries to save it, but she stepped on the end line. It'll be Dwenger basketball.
Alan Snider's coming here fired up. They got pep in their step, and they're really fired up. You can see it in their eyes. Dwenger, you can just see they haven't really come out with any intensity at all. I'm sure Coach Scudder's not happy with that at all right now.
Well, they beat Snider earlier by 16, and you know that has to be figuring in this game. Long jumper by McGrade, in and out, no good. Rebound loose, still loose, and we have a foul against Radke. That's the team's fourth. No fouls have been called against Snider.
That tells you a lot right there, Alan, basically because no one's going to the basket offensively, making anything else happen. They're taking perimeter shots, and they're doing exactly what Snider wants them to do. Their key players are not involved in the offense, and they're making other players shoot the basketball.
And right now, Snider doing a good job against the Dwenger press, as Naylor is tied up by McGrade, and the alternating possession rule will give the ball to Dwenger. I'll say it early on, the alternating possession rule, the dumbest rule in basketball. Bring back the jump ball, please. Still 13-7, Snider on top, 2:07 to play, first quarter. McGrade tries to get a screen left side, goes to Radke in the corner, back to McGrade, working near side. Top of the circle, she goes to Ludwig. They let her go now. Beaubay puts up the angle bomb, and it's good. Now, Beaubay is carrying the brunt of the offense right now. She has 7 of her team's 9 points. Dwenger down by 4. Snider, again, doing a good job with the press, getting across the timeline.
Snider's like a vastly improved basketball team, Alan, from early in the season. The reports I got, they just seem to be playing well at all.
Down low is Jackson. Turnaround jumper, good. Tough shot by Jackson, and she made it look easy. She's got 6, and it's 15-9. 15-9, pardon me.
She really has improved, haven't she, in the last couple of years?
Long jumper by McGrade, rims out. Rebound by Jackson to Barnett. Minute 10 to go in the first half. Quickly down court to Anderson. She had a pass to the basket, didn't see it. Passes to Booker. Her shot, no good. Rebounded by Ludwig to Radke. Radke scoops it out ahead, picked up by McGrade in the forecourt. 15-9 in favor of Snider. Inside of a minute to go in the first quarter. Radke, they drop off of her. She bombs it away, and it's good. A three-pointer. Dwenger has hit 2 3-point jumpers as Snider is daring them to hit the outside shot. The ball's loose and stolen by Dwenger. That's the first real turnover they've had with the press. 15-12, half a minute to go in the first quarter. And the ball stolen by Snider. Barnett has it now. Just a bad pass there, and Kenya Jackson stepped right in front of it and took it away. 20 seconds to go. Lamar Kilmer probably would like one shot. And there goes Yolanda Naylor to the bucket, but she moved before she put the ball on the floor.
Al, it's just like a receiver. You want to catch, you want to run before you catch the basketball. That time she saw an opening before she received the pass. It just took off. All she needs is a little opening. She likes to go to the basket.
10 seconds. McGrade with the basketball. She backs up. Long bomb. McGrade is short. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Barnett, I don't know if she knows how much time is left. 2, 1, they don't get a shot off. 15-12, Snider over Dwenger after 1. And this is the girls' SAC Tournament Championship on 14 Gold, WEZR. 15-12, Snider with a basketball, and they lead after 1 quarter of play in this girls' SAC Tournament Championship. Trying to avenge a 16-point defeat at the hands of Dwenger. Down low, Booker with a pass from Naylor. And it's good. I don't know if that was who it was intended for, but that's who it ended up in her hands, and she put it in. 17-12 in favor of Snider. Chris McGrade with the basketball left side to Betsy Ludwig, to Nicole Beaubay, Tricia Radke, and Shannon Beeler, as there have been no substitutions for either team to this point in the game. And Chris McGrade, perhaps the best player in this part of the state, has had only about 3 shots to this point in the game and has made none of them. Her team is down by 5. Ball's tipped away. McGrade picks it up, looks for help, and cross-courts it to Ludwig, who dribbles off her toe, then goes to Beaubay. Her bomb is good, and Beaubay is the story for Dwenger. She has 9 of her team's 14 points. 17 in the backcourt. Doing a nice job for a freshman. She looks very poised, Walter.
Well, the coach likes to see that happen, Alan. Someone stepping forward when they need it the most, and she's doing it. She looks very confident shooting the basketball, looking for a shot.
And she looks like she'll fill out physically, muscular-wise. Long bomb by Barnett, no good. Rebounded by Radke. She wants to run. Runs right into her own player, and it's picked up by Ludwig. Ludwig to Beaubay to Beeler. Out high, wide open. There's a bomb and a 3-point shot by Ludwig. She has 3, and we're tied at 17. Barnett, wild pass, picked up by Jackson. She waits for Barnett and hands it to her. 1, 2, 3. 3-point shots made by Dwenger that's got him back in the basketball game. Our second tie of the game. Dwenger has yet to lead. Down low, Jackson. Shot up. Air ball. Looked like it was partially blocked. Nope. Apparently not blocked.
Al, I'm sure at the end of that quarter, Coach Cutter's told the other players to step up and shoot the basketball. If you're open, shoot the basketball. They seem to be really looking for that shot now. And Snider's going to have to make some adjustments if they plan to stay in this basketball game, because they're shooting the basketball extremely well from long distance right now.
Kelly Harris, a 5'9" sophomore, comes in for Snider's Crystal Anderson. That's a first substitution for either team. McGrade goes right side. She's double-teamed out high. Radke steps up. A 3-pointer. No. Back of the rim. High ball picked up by Beaubay. Her shot is no good. And for the first time tonight, a whistle is blown against Snider. The first foul called against Snider. And it will go against Chris Booker. And the first foul against the Panthers does not come until the 5:37 mark of the second quarter. We're tied at 17. Nicole Beaubay, leading scorer on either team with 9 points, tries to break the deadlock and give Dwenger their first lead of the night. She can't do it on that shot. She'll get the second.
Excellent effort that time by Beaubay. She was at least 20 feet out on the floor, 20 feet out on the floor, and she hustled and got that rebound.
Second shot by Beaubay is no good. Rebounded by Naylor of Snider. We owe you a station break, and we'll get it when we get a little bit of a pause in the action. Barnett across the timeline. We're tied at 17, 5.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Wayne and Harding follow in the boys' championship, and then we have Purdue in the championship game against Arizona. At Arizona, tough task for the Boilers. Naylor inside, shot up, rims out. Rebounded by Beaubay. Scoop pass to Ludwig, and then to Radke. Radke across the timeline. Head off, right side, the bomb. Ludwig, good, another three-pointer. And Dwenger has their first lead of the game, 20-17.
4 for 7 from three-point range. Allen shooting the basketball extremely well from that range.
Inside of 5 minutes. Down low, pass goes off of Harris's hands out of bounds. It'll be Dwenger ball as we pause briefly for station identification.
WEZR Fort Wayne.
For Snider, Anderson comes back in. Yolanda Naylor gets her first breather. Dwenger with the ball and a 20-17 lead. They just took their first lead moments ago. Beaubay right side to Ludwig. To Beaubay, she's been hot. Her angle jumper, good! Nicole Beaubay, the first player in double figures with 11. And Dwenger builds their lead to 5 at 22-17 and nearly gets it. They do get a turnover on the press. As McGrade forced Booker into a turnover, Snider will take a timeout with 4:26 to play second quarter, trailing 22-17. The girls' SAC Tournament Championship on 14 Gold WEZR. Alan Box and Walter Jordan. It's 22-17. Dwenger leads Snider. We're in the second quarter of the girls' SAC Tournament Championship game. As Dwenger's just gotten a wake-up call.
Alan, no question about it. I'm sure that in the first quarter, Coach Scudder has some things to say. On the other hand, Snider is getting the shots they want out. They get extremely good shots down underneath the basket. They're 7 for 18 from the field, but they're getting shots real close to the basket. That's what you want to do. You just got to put them in the hole.
Oh, the old give and go. Down low to Beeler. She makes the layup. Nice feed from Radke. All this play of basketball. She set a screen out high and then just rolled to the bucket. Then we have a held ball in the backcourt. McGrade and Barnett. And the alternating possession rule now gives the ball again to Dwenger. If they didn't turn the light off. I don't remember an alternating possession. All right, that quarter. That's it. All right. 24-17 Dwenger. Radke got away with a palming violation there, but the official was screened away from the play. McGrade still hasn't scored, drives baseline, forces a shot, she'll be called for traveling. Well, Dwenger leads 24-17, Walter, and we're halfway through the second quarter, and if you'd have said Chris McGrade will have no points halfway through the fourth quarter, you would have probably bet Snider would have had the lead.
You're exactly right, but to her credit, Alice, she has not forced anything, and she's gotten her teammates involved in offense. And to her teammates' credit, they delivered. So she's showing her leadership. She's very valuable on the floor, even if she don't score a point. We both know that.
Barnett with a three-pointer straight away. A wild shot. Rebounded by Beeler. Outlet to Radke. Radke goes to center court. Right side McGrade. She takes the jumper outside. No. Rebound by Ludwig. She takes a three-pointer. It rims out. Rebound loose on the floor. Still loose. Jackson has it. She goes to Booker to Barnett. 24-17 Dwenger. Snider has the basketball. 3:15 to go in the second quarter. Boys championship between Wayne and Harding follows, and then Purdue plays Arizona in the championship of the Wildcats Holiday Tournament after the boys game. Down low is Harris. Harris goes the other side of the court, but doesn't shoot, to Barnett. Right side to Naylor. In the lane, there's Harris. Puts up the shot in the lane. No good. Hustles for the rebound. Ball still loose. Picked up by Naylor. Knocked away from her. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Snider basketball.
Allen, very aggressive play out there. Officials are letting a lot of things go, and it has to be to Snider's advantage right now because of the foul, number of fouls being called.
Barnett gets the inbounds pass near side. Inside of 3 minutes to go, and Snider trails 24-17. Left side, Harris in the corner. Down low, Jackson. She spins, and she shuffled her feet. She'd have just taken a quick drop step. She had an easy layup, but she shuffled her feet a little bit. A good call, and she turns it over. And Dwenger has the ball in the 7-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. McGrade right side, fakes the three, goes to Radke. She steps up, takes the three, back of the rim, long rebound, Naylor is Snider. Forecourts it to Barnett. 7-point Dwenger lead. They drop back in that 2-3 zone. Barnett, another three-pointer. That one rims out, and Beeler rebounds. Barnett just kind of flings it up there. She doesn't look like she's comfortable taking the shot, and the results are in keeping with that mode of thinking.
Exactly. She's 0 for 3 from there. No one's playing her defensively for doing it. Letting her have that shot until she makes one.
Snider now has gone to a man-to-man. They're out of that junk defense they were in, where they had just 3 players playing a zone and guarding the guards man-to-man. McGrade drives baseline all the way down low. Shot blocked. She goes down hard. And it looks like she's all right. And I think Kenya Jackson will pick up the foul. Only the second against Snider here in the first half. Have not been very many fouls. 2 against Snider, 4 against Dwenger. We have 1:39 to go in the second quarter. 24-17. Dwenger and Chris McGrade is still scoreless.
Alan Naylor is breathing extremely heavy right now. She looks fatigued and guarding McGrade, and didn't happen to come down and look for her shots offensively. As you mentioned earlier, is definitely taking his toll on her right now because she's bending over, grabbing her trunk, and she seems to be awfully tired.
Now McGrade broke her scoreless drought there with 2 free throws and makes it 26-17, 9-point lead for Dwenger. Anderson comes in, and out goes Kelly Harris. Snider basketball with 1:39 to go in the first half. After the game, Walter and I'll select the WEZR McDonald's Most Valuable Player. The winner will get a plaque, and the school's athletic department a check for $75 from McDonald's. The steal by Dwenger. McGrade misses the shot. She hit the underside of the rim. Barnett cross court to Anderson. She stops. She pops. No good. Rebound by Anderson. Up. No good again. Gets her own rebound. Blocked by Beeler. One official calls a held ball. The other calls a foul. Foul will take precedence and will go against Shannon Beeler. That's her second, team's 5th. Crystal Anderson on the line. It's 26-17. And Snider's been stuck on this 17 for a long time.
2 points this quarter, Alan. They're getting their good shots. They're just not connecting this quarter.
Anderson's shot up and in. Crystal Anderson has 3. The 5'9" junior will shoot again. Beeler will come out with those 2 fouls, and coming in will be Jenny Pranger, a 5'7" senior, for the first time for Dwenger. They lead 26-18, 1:12 to play here in the first half. Crystal Anderson's second free throw. Good. She's got 4, 26-19. Dwenger. Ball in lead is Trisha Radke crosses the timeline. Loops it left side to Ludwig, to McGrade. McGrade gets a screen, goes to the bucket, stops, she pops off the glass, and good. Nice shot by McGrade, her first field goal. Inside of a minute to go. Full court pressure, Barnett to Booker. Booker across the timeline. Nice ball handling by Booker. Hits it across. It's 28-19 in favor of Dwenger. Down low to Booker, and her shot is good. Nice little shot by Booker. 4 for her, 28-21. Dwenger with the 7-point lead. Less than 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Radke dribbles near wing. Radke into the corner to Pranger. Pranger goes baseline all the way down low, and she drug her pivot foot. Kind of got lured baseline by Jackson, who knew she had the height advantage and then could intimidate her when she got close to the basket, and that's what happened. 15 seconds to go. Snider with the basketball. They go to Naylor. Naylor Has it knocked away from behind by Radke, who can't quite save it.
Alan Dwenger has a lot of quickness out there. You look at quickness and shooters, and if you don't know the numbers, Alan, they look familiar out there. The three small players for Dwenger.
Ludwig, Radke, and McGrade all with the ponytail, all about the same size and dark-colored hair. Down low, shot up by Jackson with just before the buzzer. She's fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws, and the teams will go into the locker room. The foul went against Pranger, her first, and that will put Kenya Jackson on the line to shoot 2 free throws, and the toughest shots I think there are when nobody's standing on that free throw line. The half is over, but she has 2 free throws coming. She could make it a 28-23 game, or some combination thereof. She misses the first free throw badly. She'll get the second. 6-foot senior puts it up, jump free throw good. And that makes the score at halftime. Bishop Dwenger 28, Snider 21. This is the girls' SAC Tournament Championship on 14 Gold, WEZR. The IPFW multi-purpose building for the girls and boys SAC Tournament Championship. The girls here in action first, and at halftime, Bishop Dwenger leading 28-21. Upcoming following this game, it'll be Wayne against Harding for the boys' championship, and then right after that, we'll join in progress the Purdue Boilermakers playing in the championship game of the Arizona Wildcat Tournament at Arizona. And we have a triple header of basketball, tournament basketball for you here tonight. Well, briefly recapping this first half of action. It was Snider in the early going. They jumped out to their biggest lead of 15-9, led 15-12 after 1 quarter, but they had a long dry spell in the second quarter and were outscored 16-6. And Dwenger has the lead here at halftime, 28-22. Now make that 16-7, pardon me, as forgot to chalk up that last free throw as time expired. It's 16-7. It's 28-22 here at halftime. We were tied twice at 2 and 17, and Dwenger took their first lead of the game in the second quarter at 20-17. Their biggest lead has been 9 points on 2 occasions at 26-17 and 28-19. Looking first of all at the Snider Panthers, the visiting team on the scoreboard. They're led by 2 players with 7 points, Kenya Jackson and Yolanda Naylor. 2 players with 4 points, Chris Booker and Crystal Anderson. That's all they're scoring. No foul situation. They only committed 2 fouls in the first half, 1 against Kenya Jackson and 1 against Chris Booker. Leading scorer for the Dwenger Saints is Nicole Beaubay, who has been red hot from the outside with 4 field goals and a 3-point shot for 11 points. Betsy Ludwig has hit a couple of 3-point shots and has 6. Shannon Beeler a couple of field goals for 4. Trish Radke has a 3-pointer for 3. And Chris McGrade was held scoreless till the 1:39 mark of the second quarter when she hit a pair of free throws and then shortly thereafter hit a field goal, and she has 4 points. Foul situation for Dwenger. Radke and Shannon Beeler have 2. Jenny Pranger and Chris McGrade with 1 foul each. Nobody in any real foul trouble. Walter will have a look at the halftime statistics, and we'll let you know what's coming up not only tonight, but the rest of this busy sports weekend here on WEZR in a couple of minutes. At halftime, it is 28 for Dwenger, 22 for Snider, and this is the girls' SAC Tournament Championship on 14 Gold, WEZR.
Field goal attempts, and they failed to connect. They were 6 for 7 from the free throw line for 86%, had 16 rebounds and 6 turnovers. Bishop Dwenger Saints, the home team on the scoreboard, Allen was unofficially here 7 for 13 from the 2-point range for 54%. Was 4 for 8 from 3-point range for 50%. Excellent shooting basketball team. They were 2 for 4 from the free throw line, Allen, for 50%, had 8 rebounds and 4 turnovers. I'm sure Coach Scudder has to be happy with his team's up 6 with McGrade having scored 4 points, and I'm sure he's pretty happy with the other 4 players and what they're doing. And Chris is gonna get loose. You saw Yolanda do an excellent job on her defensively in the first half, and it took away from her offense in the second quarter. She had nothing left, Alan. She scored those quick 7 points, and she disappeared after that offensively. So they're giving a little bit, and they're taking away a little bit from their own basketball team as well. And Yolanda has to score for Snider to even have a chance to win this basketball game. So she has to get into the game offensively as well as defensively.
Well, she's no doubt their best player, and I think that was the thinking. She's their best defender and most aggressive, and but it's an awful lot to ask to try and guard an all-state player and then carry the offensive load. Well, coming up on WEZR, we told you following this game, it's the boys' championship. Wayne and Harding will be participating in that, and then we'll have Purdue and Arizona in the Arizona Wildcats tournament championship. Tomorrow, it's NFL action with NFL preview at noon, followed at 12:15 by wild card action in the NFC, the LA Rams and Philadelphia Eagles, followed by AFC wild card action, Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Oilers. Then on New Year's Day, we have 3 bowl games for you. The Cotton Bowl at 1:30, the Fiesta Bowl at 4:10, and the Sugar Bowl at 8:30. All right here on WEZR. Then Tuesday, the Gene Cady Show at 7, followed at 8 o'clock by Indiana Pacer basketballs. We've just added them to our sports menu here this past week as we finally worked out the technical problems that were encountered when they wanted us to join the network.
That's super, Alan. It really is super.
Well, I'm excited about it because we're getting the Pacers at a good time. They look like a team on the rise. They're the local team, and we've got them.
They play with so much enthusiasm for a pro team, Al. It's good to see. I tell you, if you haven't seen the Pacers play, listen to them because I tell you, they're fun to watch this year.
That game against Dallas is at 8 o'clock. Of course, Steve Alford sits on the bench for Dallas. And then we have Purdue basketball against, is that Eastern Illinois? Surely. They play who?
I don't think that's Eastern Illinois.
Well, it's anyway Wednesday at 7:45. I have to get your Purdue schedule and see if you can who that is really.
I do have that.
28-22. Snider will start the second half with a basketball. Trailing. They'll go basket left, attired in black and gold. Chris Booker, Dela Barnett, Kenya Jackson down low. Crystal Anderson, she missed the layup. Yolanda Naylor starting. Dwenger in white. They're the home team, trimmed in black and dark gold. Tricia Radke, Chris McGrade, Nicole Bobet, Shannon Beeler, and Betsy Ludwig. Snider in that 2-3 zone. Left side, Radke to McGrade. Back to Radke. They're going basket right. To Radke. Right side into the corner. Bobet was hot in the first half. To Ludwig. Back to Bobet. Down low. There's Beeler. Posts up. She shuffled her feet. She had a good shot. She tried to make it a little better by trying to body Jackson out of there, and she shuffled her feet. Good call. Full court pressure. No, nothing unusual there by the Saints. And Naylor got away with a travel there. She goes down the far sideline. You know where she's going, right to the hole, and she got fouled by Beeler. Third foul against Beeler. First against Dwenger in the second half.
Alan, that's a smart thing to do if you're a Snider basketball team and your opponent is pressuring you. Is get the ball to Yolanda because she knows, well, one thing that is to attack. She wants to make them pay, and she loves the open floor. And if she goes to college next year, it's very important she goes to teams that like to push the ball off the floor.
Naylor hits the free throw. She's got 8. Her first point, as Walter pointed out, since the first quarter when she got tuckered out in that second quarter. Makes it 28-23 as Snider draws within 5. Second free throw good. She has 9, 28-24. Remember, Dwenger beat Snider earlier this year by 16. Radke tiptoes down the near sideline, comes to center court, gives to Ludwig. She drops the ball, hands it back to Radke. A minute gone here in the third quarter. Boys championship and then Purdue in the Arizona tournament championship. All to follow tonight. Bomb by McGrade. No good. Jackson high for the rebound. Out to Barnett. Barnett. Ball's tipped away from her. She controls the dribble again, brings it in across the timeline. Right side, Booker. Booker in the wing. And she traveled. 6:36 to go, third quarter. 28-24 as Lamar Kilmer puts his hands behind his head and leans back in his chair. Hopefully it will hold him up in his disgust. But he knows that he's had guard problems all year long. Handling the basketball has been his team's weakness. Down low, Radke, and she shovels to Beeler. Layup good. Or not Radke, I mean that's McGrade. Beeler with the bucket. McGrade with a beautiful assist. 30-24 Saints. Snider with it. Barnett left side, Booker. Her long angle jumper. Good. Nice shot by Booker. She has 6, and that didn't even shake the twine, Walter.
That's the first perimeter shot Dwenger's hit all evening now. She looks to be the first player they have to get that outside shooting from. She has to do it.
Well, McGrade dribbling out high, right through a double team Might have got away with a walk. Right side Radke, loops the left side Ludwig. Ludwig, right side Radke. Radke to Beaubay. Beaubay left side Ludwig. She'll go baseline. Cut off. Scoops to Beaubay from the free throw line. Her jumper good. Nicole Beaubay still red hot. 32-26. She has 13 of her team's 32 points. Full court pressure. Barnett makes a nice catch. Gets it across the timeline. Uses up the dribble. Comes to Booker. Near side. 32-26 Dwenger. Booker with it again, down low to Anderson. Turn around, blocked by Beeler. Picked up by Jackson, blocked by Beeler, and that's a fourth foul by Beeler. Got her on the hand. Beeler, the only big girl in the sense of height that Dwenger has at 6'1", has 4 fouls. That's the Dwenger's Achilles heel, no size.
Exactly right, Alan. That's why Snider's beating them on the boards and also been able to get the ball inside. They're just not been able to convert, but that's a big call. That 4th foul on their player, big player.
Jackson hits a free throw. She has 8. 32-27 Dwenger. Coming in for the first time will be Isabel Panzer, a 5'7" senior coming in for Shannon Beeler, who checks out with those 4 personal fouls and 6 points, and her intimidating presence inside as well, as they give up 6'1" to 5'7", 6 inches. Shot up and missed by Jackson, rebounded off the floor by Ludwig, and she goes to Beaubay, who goes to Radke. 32-27 Dwenger with ball and lead. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, this girls' SAC tournament championship. Boys coming up after this, and then Purdue basketball. All live and in color here on Your Choice for Sports. High Beaubay, right side, wide open Ludwig, 15-footer, and she missed it. Rebound and a held ball. Alternating possession gives the ball back to Dwenger. After the game, Walter and I selected WEZR McDonald's most valuable player. Winter School gets $75 courtesy of WEZR and McDonald's, and the winner gets a plaque. We'll do that after every regular season game. Do it after this girls game as well as the boys game here tonight. McGrade with a 3-pointer, yes! It's her first 3-point shot. She has 7.
When she released that, Al, right in front of us, we knew that you could see it was going in.
She was held scoreless until about a minute and a half left in the first half. And still her team leads, 35-27. Barnett breaks the press, but doesn't take it as far as she could, and brings it back out high. Naylor to Barnett. Barnett to Jackson, holds high, loops it down to Anderson. Over the back is Panzer, trying to bat it away. That's her team's third, her first. 4:17 to play here in the third quarter. Alan Boggs along with Walter Jordan here at the IPFW multi-purpose building. Down low, inbounds play to Naylor. She missed the layup. And over the back is Jackson, as Snider committing the foul, her second. First against the team in the second half. 4:14 to go. Dwenger ball, and they lead by 8.
It's a big miss by Naylor, Hallam, because the momentum seemed to be swinging in Dwenger's favor, and they got to play defense right now. Big defensive possession for Snider.
I think if you looked at the shot chart alone, you would think Snider would have a big lead, because they've had a number of good inside shots that haven't gone down, and most of Dwenger's baskets have been perimeter-wise.
No question about it.
But the only stat that counts is on the scoreboard.
That's right. When you're shooting 5 from 11 from three-point range, doesn't hurt either. And Dwenger's shooting the basketball extremely well.
They called an offensive foul against Betsy Ludwig, her first, a blocking foul, team's 4th. Halfway through the third quarter, Dwenger, that full court press, has an 8-point lead. Snider with the ball, stolen by McGrade. McGrade the other way, better just let her go. They do, and she lays it up and in. McGrade with 9, and it's a 10-point lead. Biggest lead of the night for Dwenger. Barnett gets the inbounds play, dribbles it right down the sideline, loops it down low to Anderson, and we got a foul. A reach-in against Panzer. She came in for Beeler, who had 4 fouls, and she has picked up a couple quickies. That's her second, and we're already in the 1-and-1 situation for Snider, with 3:31 to go here in this third quarter.
It's definitely a plus for Snider. They have to be able to convert, though, Alan. These 1-on-1s can really help with the clock stop, being down 10 here.
Dela Barnett's been held scoreless to this point. The 5'4" senior on the line for the Panthers. They trail by 10 with 3:31 to play, third quarter, and she hits the free throw. Kelly Harris comes in, and Kenya Jackson comes out for Snider. 3:31 to go. Going to see a new player come in for Dwenger. Angie Johnson, a 5'5" senior. Her first action comes in for Betsy Ludwig. Barnett will get the second of the 1-and-1 free throw. Her bonus opportunity. Shot is up, and it's good. 37-29, Dwenger. They have the ball. Radke across the timeline. Snider now in a man-to-man. Right side, McGrade, hawked by Naylor. Naylor's done an outstanding job guarding McGrade. Down low, ball's tipped and stolen by Snider. Naylor has cut off McGrade's drive to the basket.
She's extremely powerful and quick as well, Alan, and she's got the height advantage as well.
She has the ball now, too. Nope, stolen away, knocked away by McGrade. Out ahead to McGrade. McGrade lays it up left-handed. It goes in, and she got fouled. She made that look easy, and that was not an easy shot.
Alan, that's what really, you got to be impressed by McGrade, because her knowledge of the game, she's able to do things with basketball, Alan, at the high school level, as far as being a female, that most boys can't do, Alan, and she does them extremely well.
She reached in, batted the ball away, then sprinted down the court, received the pass, put it up left-handed, and just completed a three-point play. She has 12 points and has given her team their biggest lead of the game at 11, 40-29. As Dwenger tries to win back-to-back SAC tournament championships. Down low, Naylor all the way up and in. Well, that was coast-to-coast Naylor. Nobody stepped in front of her. A rather daunting task, to say the least. 40-31. Dwenger with the ball in lead. Radke reverse dribble, comes right side. A give and go down low. Bobet lays it up and in. Beautiful play. Bobet with 15. Steal by Radke. She puts it up, rolls out. Booker with the rebound for Snider. She uses up the dribble to Naylor with 2:20 to go, third quarter. Naylor in the lane, scoops it up, missed it. Rebound up by Harris, no. Rebound by Bobet of Dwenger. As we near the 2-minute mark of the third quarter, 42-31. Dwenger enjoying their biggest lead of this game. Radke gets a screen out high, steps up from 18 feet away, misses the jumper. Long rebound to Harris, to Naylor. Naylor to Barnett. Naylor just walking down the court, trying to marshal her strength. Right side, Booker, bounce pass to Anderson. Looks slow, nothing there to Barnett. Right side, Booker. Holding it high to Barnett. Into the corner to Harris. Outside the three-point line to Barnett. To Naylor. Minute and a half to go. 11-point Dwenger lead. Snider with the ball. Naylor drives. She scoops it up and in. The basket's good, and she got fouled. Well, Naylor with 13. And the foul will go against Angie Johnson, her first. Ludwig comes in. McGrade will get a breather. That makes it 42-33.
Alan, excuse me, Yolanda seems to be able to go to the basket anytime she wants to. Anytime she gets the ball in the middle of that zone defense, she's able to penetrate and make something, positive things happen. She's got to do more of that right now with the team being down 8.
Now by 7 as she completes the three-point play, 42-34. Dwenger, Snider with the ball. Dribbling right side is Radke. And they call a 5-second violation. She didn't penetrate. I don't know, that's a dubious call at best.
That's a quick 5 seconds, Alan.
Turnover against Dwenger, gives the ball back to Snider. They're down by 8. Barnett across the timeline. A little over a minute to go. Third quarter. Lots of time left. Booker with it. Hawk, she's got to get rid of it. And she barely does in time to Naylor. To the bucket. She puts it up. Missed the shot. Gets her own rebound. That'll be a foul on Naylor, I think. As she has the height advantage, and she's pretty quick. She gets the foul over the back, only the third against Snider. Well, Naylor is very quick for her build. She's stoutly built, 5'8", but she is very quick, particularly her first step. And she is very aggressive going to the basket there, and they're just a little over-aggressive trying to rebound her missed shot. 42-34, Dwenger with the lead. Bobet It was picked up the slack here offensively for Dwenger. Right side now, Radke. Radke goes to the center of the court. Loops it down, and two players collide. Oh, and Ludwig, I think, turned her ankle. Ludwig ran into Panzer, her teammate, and went down hard, and she's getting up gingerly and limping. Looks like she turned her right ankle. They both ran into each other and both went down, and that's where Radke was throwing the pass. She had no way of knowing that after she released the pass, both of her teammates would be mopping up the hardwood. Oh, Ludwig's going to try and play through it. She's still limping. That hurts.
It's best to try to walk it off, Alan, than to sit down if you want to play the rest of the game.
Half a minute to go. Naylor behind the back. She got pushed from behind. She laced it up and in. Naylor just made up her mind at three-quarter court. She was going to go all the way, and it's a 6-point lead. Now the Snider fans getting a little vocal. 15 seconds to go. Radke left side to Johnson. Johnson gives to Ludwig. Right side to Radke. Into the corner to Beaubay with 6 seconds. 4, 3. Ball stolen away by Booker. Her shot at the buzzer is no good, and it's 42-36. Dwenger leading Snider after 3 quarters. This is the girls' SAC Tournament Championship on 14 Gold WEZR. In that third quarter, both teams scored 14 points. Snider will have the basketball to start the fourth quarter. 42-36, Dwenger leads it.
Alan, Yolanda has stepped forward here and said, hey, I'm going to be the leader. I'm going to be the one that's responsible for getting us back in this basketball game. She's done an excellent job, an excellent third quarter there for Snider.
Well, she has 16 points in the game, 9 in that third quarter. She, after being shut out in the second quarter. Harris, nice head fake, but then the ball stripped away down low and tied up. And the alternating possession rule will give it to Dwenger. Well, Harris made a nice head fake to get her player in the air, but then she put it down low, and one of Dwenger's quick little guards got her hand in there, Tricia Radke, and tied her up. Dwenger has the basketball, up by 6. Early going fourth quarter. Wayne and Harding playing the boys' championship game coming up, and then Purdue against Arizona in college basketball in the Wildcats Tournament Championship. So nothing but championship tourney action here tonight. 3 basketball games live. Beaubay, angle jumper, missed. Rebounded by Harris to Snider. Snider could cut the lead to 4 or 3. Naylor with it to Barnett. Dwenger in a 2-3. Barnett to left side to Booker. Booker to Barnett. Left side back to Booker. To Barnett. Steps up. Straightaway shot. No. Rebounded by Beeler, who's playing with 4 fouls in there for Dwenger. Out to McGrade. McGrade. Hesitation dribble to the hole. Left-handed. No good. They call Naylor for the foul, and they call Naylor for a technical. Well, she got upset with the call, and they call a technical against her as well. That's, pardon me, her second foul and the 4th against the team. So McGrade will get the technical foul.
Well, Alan, Yolanda has played against McGrade for 3 years now. She knows she's awfully tough going to the basket. It looks like she eased up, letting her score because she knew she couldn't do anything to stop her. McGrade kind of lost her balance and went through. She did the right thing and went up strong with the shot. She was off balance and kind of nudged each other, but I really don't think there was much of a foul there.
Neither did Yolanda Naylor. McGrade makes the first technical. She'll shoot the second. That's her 13th point. McGrade puts it up, and she's got 14.
It's a tough time to get a technical, though, Al. Your team only down 6 here to start the fourth quarter, and Yolanda, you don't expect that from a senior who's had experience she's had.
All right, now the technical. Those were the 2 shots for the foul in the act of shooting. Now that's 15. If she hits 3 straight free throws, this could be as much as a 7-point play if they hit a 3-point shot here. Shot up and in. McGrade buries all 4 free throws in a row with no one standing around. See Terry Rosinski, the women's coach at IPFW, sitting across the way. I think she likes what she sees from McGrade and Naylor here tonight. McGrade left corner, jumper by Radke, bounces high, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, bodies fly. And I think the official just made a bailout call there. Dave Scudder has got his hands on his hip.
There was no whistle. The ball was leg dead out on the floor. No one knew. The officials did not blow a whistle. That's unbelievable. Somebody called something.
Well, Dave Scudder was hoping for a foul, but he didn't get it. 46-36. Dwenger with the lead. Snider with the ball. Barnett loses it in the backcourt and picks it up. Forecourts it to Jackson. Jackson at 6 feet. Holds it high over her head where it can't be stripped away. Snider on the attack. Jackson has it. Right side jump pass to Naylor. Down low Booker. Turnaround shot by Booker. No good. Rebound and a foul against Harris. Kelly Harris, her first, team's 5th. And both teams now in a bonus, and Dwenger will shoot 1 and 1 here. 6:09 to play in the 4th quarter.
The Grays seem to be automatic at the free throw line now. The last 4, nothing but nets, and she's back up there again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Looking to make it 9 for 9 if she can get both of these. Shot up, and McGrade's free throw good. Dwenger has matched her biggest lead of the game at 11, 47-36.
She hadn't hit the rim yet on these free throws.
Not hitting a lot of net either. She's got 18, makes it 48-36. Biggest lead of the night. And a foul in the backcourt against McGrade. Well, in the first half, Walter, we didn't hear many whistles. In the second half, they've called a much tighter basketball game.
It's particularly in this 4th quarter, Alan. They've called touch fouls when people were tearing each other's heads off in the first 3 quarters. It was better basketball. You hate to see free throws in the 4th quarter of a basketball game where both these teams are exciting and are playing hard and playing well. Let the kids play, and you know, and like they did the first 3 quarters. Don't change. Be consistent for 4 quarters.
Chris Booker on the line, a good-looking 5'10" freshman. We mean good-looking from the sense of a good-looking basketball player. Not that she's not good-looking in other ways either, but that's what we're talking about here. She makes both free throws. She has 8. 48-38, however, Dwenger with a big lead.
Got a lot of tough freshmen around this year, Alan, and girls basketball, so it's going to be interesting to watch the next 3 or 4 years.
Long jumper by McGrade, and just inside the three-point line. McGrade had only 4 in the first half, has 20 now. Naylor, ball nearly stolen. Naylor picks it up. 50-38. Naylor drives. Nice pass down low. Jackson, she lays it up and in. Naylor again made it happen.
She's got to get the ball against that pressure defense, Alan. She's the only one that can break it and make things happen for Snider.
50-40, Dwenger. 5.5 minutes to play. McGrade wide open, three-pointer, air ball. Radke rebounds it. Out to Bobet. Back to Radke, near baseline. Nice move to the hole. Scoop pass, Beeler wide open. She puts it up off the glass and good. Nice pass from Radke to Beeler, and that makes it 52-40. Naylor again with it. She goes down, the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Dwenger basketball. As Anderson comes in, Harris goes out for Snider. 52-40, Dwenger with their biggest lead of the game, and they have the ball with 5:06 to go in the 4th quarter. Wayne and Harding play on the boys championship game next, and we have Purdue and Arizona after that. All here on WEZR, a night long of basketball. Dave Arnold back at the station. Will try and keep his eyes open. Left side, McGrade. Into the corner to Angie Johnson. Johnson to McGrade. Right side to Bobet. Nice fake. Bobet drives. Nice scoop shot, but she missed it. Rebound by Anderson. Good move to the bucket. Just the shot didn't go down. Snider with the rebound.
Awfully smart offensive move. She's hitting standstill jumpers all night.
Booker misses the shot. Rebounded by McGrade. McGrade runs through traffic. McGrade into the far corner rather. Into the corner to Radke to Beeler. Beeler backs up, and she took a step before she put the ball on the floor. 4:13 to go in the 4th quarter. 52-40, Dwenger. Anderson, or Naylor, comes out, and Harris comes right back in for Snider. Tomorrow in WEZR, NFC and AFC wildcard games. Philadelphia and LA in the NFC at 12:15. Pittsburgh and Houston, the AFC wildcard game to follow. And we have 3 bowl games New Year's Day, the Cotton, the Fiesta, and Sugar in that order. Well, Snider needs some points, and they need him in a hurry. The ball's deflected off of Booker out of bounds. Radke made that play. She deflected the path of the ball and then went off of Booker's hands out of bounds.
Radke makes a lot of things, positive things happen for Dwenger. She's really quick and a good ball handler, a great passer, and gives great effort. And she seems to be an excellent floor player to complement McGrade.
She takes the ball handling duties away from McGrade, too. Well, a block shot by Jackson. They call a held ball. Scudder wants a foul, but it will be alternating possession rule, and they'll give the ball to Dwenger.
A lot of contact that time, no call. So, you know, coaches hate to see that inconsistency, Alan. It's tough, make it tough for the players to play, too.
Dwenger with the ball and a 12-point lead. Far court. Court to our right. Radke cross court to McGrade. McGrade to Bobet. She'll shoot it straight away. In and out, no good. Rebound by Johnson. Nice block from behind by Barnett. Then they hand the ball to Barnett. Barnett down to Jackson. Oh, off her hands, out of bounds. Oh, and the official will get the ball to Snider. It should be a Dwenger ball. He missed that one. Dave Scudder can't believe that. He says, come on. That's an exact quote. 52-40, Dwenger with the lead. Inside of 3.5 minutes to go. Harris loops it down to Jackson. She posts up, puts it up, won't go. Rebound Anderson. Her shot, no. Rebounded by Johnson of Dwenger. 3 good shots by Snider there, but nothing went down. That's been the story. They've had some good shots, and they haven't been able to convert. And Dwenger's been able to hit some outside shots. Radke down low to Bobet. Her shot blocked by Jackson. Snider picks it out of the air. Well, they've got to get the offense in gear. They trail by 12 with inside of 3 minutes to go. Time running out. Harris angled bomb. No. Beeler with the rebound for the Saints. She outlets to Bobet. Back to McGrade. McGrade across the timeline. We'll see if Dwenger delays it or just runs their normal offense. McGrade back into the corner. Jumper by Angie Johnson. No good. McGrade gets the rebound. She shoots right side. And that goes in and out and back in again. She has 22, 10 in this quarter. She only had 4 at halftime. 54-40, biggest lead of the night for Dwenger. Looks like they're going to win back-to-back SAC Girls Tournament Championships. Down low, there's Anderson. She's double-teamed and reach-in foul called against Johnson. That's her second. With 2:07 to go, Snider will shoot free throws. Crystal Anderson, a 5'9" junior. Naylor comes in for Snider. Out comes Harris. And Ludwig comes in for Johnson for Dwenger.
Al, you look around SAC, and everyone's talking about Dwenger, Northrop, and Snider, those top 3, of course. But Concordia has vastly improved, and Northside's improved basketball team as well as the Lewis girls team. So a lot of improved Elmhurst stuff, and it's going to be an interesting tournament.
The shot's no good, rebounded by Dwenger, and then they throw it away. So it'll be Snider ball again. 54-40, Panthers trail. They have the ball, basket left. Triggering in the far corner, Crystal Anderson. With just 2:03 to play. Snider needs points in bunches. Right side, Booker to Barnett, to Booker, to Anderson. She bobbles it, ball's loose. Booker saves it, falls down with it, and that's an automatic travel and call on high school basketball. Can that go down with a basketball in high school? Well,
only
you can,
in the pros. Only in the pros.
Well, in the pros, you can walk into the 3rd row and shake hands and come back out and then dribble, and it's all right. Long jumper by Ludwig, no good. Ludwig fights for the rebound, but Snider takes it away and then travels with a basketball. 1:36 to go. And Bishop Dwenger is going to win their 2nd consecutive Girls SAC Tournament Championship. Ludwig playing with that tender ankle she heard earlier. Back in there and is not limping quite as much now. McGrade works right side into the corner to Radke. Radke to McGrade in their corner. Out to the wing to Bobet. They're just killing clock now. 3-pointer by Ludwig, good. But Ludwig has 9 points all on 3-pointers. And Dave Scudder's going to clear his bench. As we near the minute mark of the 4th quarter, his team leads 57-40. Their biggest lead of the game. Down low Jackson, turnaround shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, foul against Anderson. Snider, her second against Beeler, and she'll shoot a 1-and-1 on the other end. Well, earlier this year, Dwenger beat Snider 57-41. They lead right now 57-40 with 55 seconds to go.
I'm sure it was a lot tougher basketball game, Alan, tonight than it was then. I mean, Snider had opportunities to be in this basketball game. Alan, he turned the ball over here a lot in the fourth quarter as well. Missed time and time again, missed layups, missed 1- or 2-foot shots, and sure Coach Kilmer has to be happy and sees an improvement from that game, the earlier game in the game tonight.
Coming in for Dwenger, Vicki Ryan, 5'8" sophomore. Tara Schrader, 5'5" senior. Isabel Panzer, who played earlier, comes in. Susie Scudder for the first time, 5'5" junior. Niece, not daughter of Coach Dave. And also coming in will be a player to replace Shannon Beeler if and when she makes these free throws. She has a 1-and-1. New player in for Snider. Shot no good by Beeler is Jenny Shearer, a 5'6" sophomore. Beeler will come out, and Jenny Pranger, who played just briefly earlier, comes in.
Alan Beeler did an excellent job. Does an excellent job in there for them. She's tall. She's responsible defensively for changing and altering shots defensively on the interior for Dwenger, and offensively she's got a nice soft touch around the basket.
Also coming in for Snider, Amy Arney, 5'6" junior. Into the corner to Anderson. Anderson loops it to Naylor in the paint. There's a reach-in foul against Dwenger with 34 seconds to go. Won't matter except for the final score. Vicki Ryan picking up the personal. We'll put Yolanda Naylor on the line with a 1-and-1. 34 seconds to go. Dwenger has this one in hand, 57-40. Wayne and Harding waiting in the wings for the boys' championship. And Gene Katie's out in Arizona waiting for our cue to begin his warm-ups for their game against Arizona following that.
It's a big game for Purdue, Allen, just for confidence builder, getting ready to head into the Big Ten season. If they can play tough with a tough Arizona basketball team on their home floor, I'm sure they have to be awfully confident coming into the Big Ten season.
Naylor makes both free throws. Yolanda has 18, makes it a 57-42 game as they have not yet put the points on the scoreboard. Quickly down court in the right corner. The shot is up and in by Susie Scudder. Makes it 59-42. 18 seconds to play. Jackson with it down low. Posts up, puts it up, and rolls it in. Jackson with 12. Makes it 59-44. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Scudder's shot is blocked at the buzzer, but Bishop Dwenger is the winner of the game, 59-44. Bishop Dwenger down Snider 59-44 and wins the girls' SAC tournament championship game. Wayne and Harding will play in the boys, and we'll have Purdue tournament championship action at Arizona against the Wildcats. All that's coming up as we recap this one. Final score, Bishop Dwenger 59, Snider 44.